it's not standing back. Let's go over there a little bit. Okay. What this stuff is, this is the element bromine. The element bromine, which is in the what column of the periodic table? 7 or 17. It's called one of the halogens. I heard someone say. Chlorine is used. Pure chlorine is used. Well, it's extremely hazardous, and it could be used for pools, but it's extremely diluted here. This is pretty much full-strength stuff, and it's dissolved in a little bit of chloroform. Chloroform is nothing to trifle with either, because chloroform is a pretty powerful anesthetic. It'll put you to sleep, and if you're not careful, you could end up with the big sleep with that stuff. So we're going to be careful and use that cautiously. This is a compound that has all carbon-carbon single bonds. Okay? It's called cyclohexane. All carbon-carbon single bonds. So every carbon is tetrahedral in shape around it. This will detect, notice the fuming? Some of us might have noticed the fuming. This will detect whether or not there's any double bonds here. If there's double bonds, this color turns, it goes away. And you can see this, the color still there? Okay. Okay, put that back on. Anybody getting an odor? It'll smell like chlorine a bit, but it's not. It's bromine. See? If it's bothersome to you, then please move away. Don't sit there and just take it. Try to get some mana points or something. Like I can take it. Let me breathe the fumes directly. No, don't do that. Here's cyclohexene. This has a single double bond in it. Can the bromine find it? Oh, I think so. Let's find out. I'm going to pour some of this in. Okay. I want you to notice, as soon as it hits the liquid, the red color disappears. Why? That's the test for double bonds. That's the test for double bonds. So you can see the contrast between those two. Okay. Now, it's possible some of us were awake during health class for a period or two, and you heard someone discuss saturated and unsaturated fats. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
It
was in bio.
You might have heard this in bio. Which ones are supposedly more healthy for you? Should you eat saturated fats or unsaturated?
Unsaturated.
All right. So if you really want to, if you want to buy a designer fat, you can buy safflower oil. It's pretty expensive. You know, this stuff's like, you can get this for, this is the just straight run vegetable oil. But safflower oil is, you know, like a designer. It's, you know, you can see the little, sometimes they show the flowers. They press these seeds, the safflower seeds, and get this oil out. Now it's unsaturated. You can tell it's unsaturated from this test. Okay? So we put a little safflower oil in. We add a little bromine. Okay? And the bromine instantly, as you can see the color, I don't know if you guys can see it. We can put a bunch in there. It doesn't seem to matter how much you put. And it just seems, just eats it up. The safflower oil's double bonds just eats up the bromine. Disappears. Look, no red. Okay. Regular vegetable oil probably has some unsaturation in it too. Let's find out how much bromine this can eat up. This is just, you know, this is the cheap stuff. Okay. Just it's probably a mixture of corn oil, soybean oils. Let's see. Nope, actually, soybean oil. Okay. It's just says soybean. So is soybean oil unsaturated? Let's find out. Seems to just eat it up. So it's got to have some unsaturation too. Eventually you could probably maximize it, and then you would, the red color would linger like this does. So question for you. Can you think of any fats that are saturated? That are bad for you? Butter. Good one. Go ahead. No.
Anything on like meat, like animal fat?
Right. Okay. One of the tests that you can do is just easy to notice. Fats that are solid at room temperature tend to be saturated fats. So butter. And if you leave butter in the fridge, you know, it gets like rock hard, right? You like try to spread it and you like tear up your piece of toast and get all angry. You ever had that happen? The butter? Real butter. I'm not talking about the spreads. The spreads are made out of these things. Okay. it's better for you. Real butter, some people would say, tastes better, and insist upon that. But you are eating saturated fats.
I used to can't.
Yeah. What is it?
I used to can't believe it's not.
I can't believe it's not butter. Yeah. Well, that's believe it's not. But the other thing is shortening, or sometimes the brand Crisco's common. Have you seen this? It comes in a can.
Isn't that like lard?
It's white. Well, lard is also saturated. And you said animal fats.
Milk is too.
Huh?
Milk is too. Like all the fat is saturated.
Well, milk, you use milk to make butter, so it's milk fat. It's saturated, so yes. Yeah, the lard or Crisco or shortening is, by the way, you probably have eaten a lot of it and you didn't know it, because have you ever eaten a piece of cake and that stuff called icing has a nice little gentle name to it? You know what that is? It's basically Crisco or shortening sweetened with sugar.
Nice.
So it's just sweet fat. Just next time, instead of shortening, just use this and put some sugar and mix it with the... Actually, it won't mix, though, because the sugar won't dissolve in there, so it'll be just like a grainy stuff. So, anyhow, so yeah, basically, shortening is used to make icing. So, and you might have had buttercream icing, really rich. You've had it?
But it's delicious. I can't have too much.
I personally don't like buttercream. It feels like I'm eating a stick of butter. It's like, oh, yeah, this is great. I smear some on my feet. Butter. Butter does have a nice flavor, but in short, it's like anything else. In short,
They actually sell that more than deep fried butter than a
Why
stick.
can bromine like
Yeah.
the bromine actually reacts with double bonds only
Probably does.
under these conditions. You can make it actually react under a strong light. So yeah, this is the classic test. Now, I might as well just use up this bromine because I have to remake this every year. So I'm just going to pour it in, and we'll just see if that vegetable oil is pretty. It's got a lot of unsaturation. See, it just ate that bromine right up. Although, actually, now that I'm looking, I see a little bit. So I might have actually wiped it out. So okay. So there you go. That just shows you the smell. Now, did you not get a smell of the bromine? Come forward then, please.
Waft it.
Well, you're tougher than most. That's all.